Cancel culture, the advanced form of cyberbullying. Nowadays, almost everyone carries a smartphone, giving them easy access to the internet, which can help and enhance their life. However, just like a coin has two sides, the internet can also be used for very nefarious purpose. Imagine going about your daily life only to become the target of an influencer who decides to portray you in a negative light. Within a matter of hours, your life can come crashing down.
Hang on a second. Hang on, can we hold it? Can we lose? One second. I can't hear. There's too many of you talking.
One of the reasons cancel culture is able to gain so much momentum is the power of anonymity. When people are anonymous, they often engage in questionable action, feeling less responsible for their behavior. They create a barrier between themselves and others online, thinking they can get away with anything. While most individuals tend to follow the mob mentality, some become clout chasers, doing or saying outrageous things for views or the so-called internet point that bring with a rush of dopamine. And then there are those exceptional few who simply want to watch the person they are cancelling suffer, akin to a man-child seeking vindication.
So our stuntman was unharmed and Chris...
The scene I showed earlier belongs to a TV show called The Experiment with Darren Brown. Watching it unsettles me, making me question why, when humans are given anonymity, they choose to make others to suffer, and what prevents people from causing harm when they are surfing the internet. There is a strong disassociation when browsing the internet, leading humans to become cruel, uncaring, and apathetic, all in the pursuit of simple entertainment. Now, it is important to note that the scene that you witnessed earlier was a pre-recorded and performed by a stuntman. Remember the word perform, because we will revisit it later in this video. However, at this very moment, somewhere out there, someone is experiencing cyberbullying. Each of the individuals I have shown here has experienced being cancelled before, pushed to a point where their mental well-being becomes unstable. Two of these instances depicts a real-life situation, while one of them is a fictional story inspired by one of those situations. Let's address the elephant in the room first, Hana Kimura. She was a professional wrestler and a prominent participant in a reality show called Terrace House, where a group of popular individuals lives together. Terrace House stirred up a massive controversy during the COVID-19 pandemic due to a certain action she took during one of the episodes. Hana Kimura became a target of severe cyberbullying from the Japanese audience. Now let me introduce Kurokawa Akane, a fictional character in Oshi No Ko. In this show, she also engaged in similar behavior during a reality program, which ultimately led her to being cyberbullied. Next, we have Kiryu Coco, a VTuber. For those who are unfamiliar with the term, a VTuber is a virtual YouTuber. During one of her live streams, Kiryu Coco was simply reading off the Google Analytics to her viewers when she mentioned the word Taiwan. This innocent mention became the catalyst for her cancellation. You start to notice a trend here, and it's not just that this individual has Japanese name or they are all women. The common thread among them is that they are all entertainers in their respective careers. However, it is essential to recognize that being cancelled or experiencing cyberbullying is not exclusive to celebrities or content creators. The very nature of their work exposes them to a larger audience, making them more susceptible to scrutiny. Nevertheless, even the average person can fall victim to cyberbullying. In the entertainment industry alone, numerous figures have faced cancellation. From Johnny Depp amidst the situation with Amber Heard to Mr. Beast, Brenda Fraser, and many others. The list goes on. However, it is important to understand that one small mistake can have severe consequences. When you have a large following or public presence, the spotlights intensify, making it easier for criticism and cyberbullying to spread. Hana Kimura, born on September 3, 1997 in Yokohama, Japan, begins her journey in the world of professional wrestling at a young age. She followed in her footsteps of her mother, Coco Kimura, who was also a professional wrestler. Hana underwent intensive training to hone her abilities and her talent, and her commitment were quickly recognized. Hana made her professional debut in March 2016 as a member of the Wrestling One promotion in Japan. But what really made her famous was her time with the Japanese women's wrestling promotion, Stardom. Stardom is renowned for its emphasis on showcasing the skill of its female wrestlers. Hana Kimura, like many professional wrestlers, experienced setbacks and difficulties throughout her career. Injuries are an unfortunate part of the wrestling world, and Hana experienced her fair share of injuries, sustaining a number of injuries over the course of her career in the ring, requiring time away for recovery and rehabilitation. Nevertheless, her unique in-ring style, charisma, and vibrant personality set her apart, captivating audience with her high-flying maneuver, technical prowess, and electrifying presence that made her match a thrill to watch. Feeling confident in her wrestling career, Hana saw a fresh challenge in the online entertainment industry and joined the cast of the TV reality show Terrace House. Terrace House quickly gained popularity, ranking as the second most watched show on Netflix Japan in 2019. However, little did Hana know that fame and adoration in the online entertainment world can quickly become a double-edged sword. Terrace House follows the life of a 6 individuals living together in a shared house, providing a glimpse into their daily interaction and personal journeys. Hana Kimura's appearance on the Terrace House, Tokyo 2019 to 2020, offer viewers a glimpse into a different side of her personality outside the wrestling ring. Her participation in the show further bolstered by her popularity and allowed her fans to connect with her on a more personal level. Hana had a distinct fashion sense that stood out during her time on the show. She often showcased colorful and unique outfits, reflecting her vibrant personality and her sense of style. Even during her time on the Terrace House, Hana Kimura's passion for professional wrestling remains a significant part of her life. She often talked about her dreams and aspirations within the wrestling industry, showcasing her determination and drive to succeed. But due to Hana Kimura's lively personality, it sometimes led to clashes with her fellow housemates. While she had close friendship with some of the members, she also had disagreement and conflicts with others, showcasing her strong-willed nature and the willingness to stand up for herself. As a member of the Terrace House, Hana Kimura embraced cultural diversity and her opportunity to interact with her housemates from different backgrounds. Her ability to communicate in English, along with her infectious energy, helped bridge the cultural gap and foster connection with the international audience. Her time on the Terrace House was filled with memorable moments, from emotional conversation about her personal struggle to light-hearted and funny interaction. Her authenticity and passion is what left the most impact on both the viewers and her fellow cast members. Kurokawa Akane, a fictional character from the latest anime show Oshi No Ko, finds herself in a situation that bears striking resemblance to Hana Kimura's experience. Akane is depicted as a hardworking and earnest girl who is currently facing a career block and grappling with self-doubt. In the anime, she is given an opportunity to participate as one of the 6 contestants in a reality show, where they navigate unscripted student life, attempting to make each other to fall in love by the season final. While it remains uncertain whether the author of Oshi No Ko intentionally placed Akane on Hana Kimura, there are notable parallels between the events depicted in the show and the real-life incident that unfolds on Terrace House. The author neither confirms nor denies the allegation, leaving room for speculation. However, considering the timing of the story's publication and the events that transpire on Terrace House, it is possible that the author drew inspiration from Hana's experience. And the last person I want to introduce in this video before we hit into what they have done that causes their cancellation. The final character of this video is Kiryu Coco. Kiryu Coco debuted as a VTuber on December 17, 2019 under the virtual talent agency Hololive Production as a dragon-themed character. She quickly gained attention and became one of the standout personalities within the VTuber community. Coco's career took off rapidly and she achieved substantial popularity both in Japan and internationally. One of the factors that contributed to her success was her ability to communicate effectively in both Japanese and English. This bilingual proficiency allowed her to connect with a broader audience and stand out as a unique VTuber. Coco's streams were known for her humor, wit, and interactive nature. She often engaged in playful banter with her viewers, fostering a strong sense of community. Her content ranged from gaming stream to comedy skit, karaoke performance, and even informative segments where she shared interesting facts about Japan and its culture. However, Kiryu Coco also faced a fair share of setbacks during her YouTube journey as she gained popularity. some of her statements and discussion on sensitive topics sparked controversy and often led to heated debates among her viewers and the online community. This controversy resulted in periods of public scrutiny and criticism, creating challenges for her as a content creator. Despite the setback, Kiryu Coco displayed a resilient and continued to engage with her fans, learning and growing from this experience. She endeavors to strike a balance between providing an entertaining content and being mindful of potential controversy, ensuring her streams remain engaging while respecting the diverse perspective of her audience.
And 4.7%, 4.7% Taiwan, and 3.
Now let's dive into the action that led to the cancellation of Hana Kimura, Kurakawa Akane, and Kiryu Coco. Understanding the circumstances surrounding the online backlash is crucial in examining the impact of cancel culture on individuals in the entertainment industry and the broader implication for society. What I have shown you is the action of these people we previously talked about that led to their cancellation. The scene from Akane and Hana is eerily similar down to the minute details of the posting an apology message and facing backlash. The amount of hatred they receive is unjustifiable, but the audience doesn't know the full story, whether it was an accident or intended by the director. As the events unfold and the show itself portrays them in a negative light, almost as if they were villains. Did the producer care? No. After all, drama thrives on invoking strong emotion, and more intense the emotions are, the higher the show ratings. Little did the audience know that the events leading to these situations were all staged. Coco case is particularly peculiar, but we humans are already weird in one way or another. Coco's haters went on an extreme length, creating multiple spam bots to flood her chats with racism and harassment, and even her colleagues even backstabbed her, fueling the flames of hatred behind the scenes. Sometimes, for the sake of our mental health, it is better to distance ourselves from social media, platforms like Twitter and 2chans or even 4chan, because Twitter is often referenced as a dumpster fire, then 2chan and 4chan can be compared to as nuclear waste. I'm not sure what kind of social media the Chinese are using, but I'm certain they have their own forums to vent about all sorts of things. So let's say, if you are currently suffering from online bullying, what can you do? Firstly, it is important to distance yourself from any social media platforms. Staring at a screen filled with anonymous individuals or your bullies will not solve any problem. Secondly, don't be too hard on yourself. I may not be the best person to say this, but you are not alone. And seeking help during tough time is not a cowardly move. If you are able to reach out for help, support will always be available to you. There are people out there who can offer support, such as your family, friends, or even helplines. Talking with someone can help alleviate the stress you are going through. I remember playing Undertale when it first came out, and there's one line that has always stuck with me. Despite everything, it's still you. This sentence made me understand the vulnerability is a gift, one that allows you to empathize with others. And now, some individual out there is weaponizing your vulnerability to hurt you. So, when was the last time you were free like a kid, where you aren't bound down to any worries or stress, to be able to acknowledge yourself and your own flaws, and choose to love yourself? I know currently you are facing some hard times, but it is always darkest before the dawn. If you know someone who is suffering, what can you do? As James Kellis said, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Coco had a friend by her side when she had a mental breakdown, and Akane had Aqua, but Hana didn't have anyone close to her during her difficult times, and she lost her battle with her internal turmoil and succumbing to the darkness. By simply showing your support to the victims is already a great help. If you can help eliminate the source of the problem, that would be excellent. However, realistically, it is often not possible. You may feel like you're fighting against the whole world just to protect someone, and it can be incredibly draining. Once you have the basic aspect under control, always reach out to a trained professional for advice and assistance. To the people who are burning another candle from the other ends, trying to burn out someone else's flame, when was the last time you looked in a mirror? How did you become so disconnected with your own people? When you engage in cyberbullying, do you reflect on your own action? Do you feel like a hero? If it were your family members, your friends, or even yourself, Will you want to go through such an experience? No one can change your action, and I hope one day karma will come knocking on your door. The aftermath of Hana Kimura's death served as a catalyst for change. Following her passing, many cyberbullies started deleting their tweets out of the fear of police arrest and lawsuit. It is disheartening that these individuals that have the audacity to spew toxic and hateful comments but quickly retreat when faced with consequences. And this behavior underscores how anonymity grants them a false sense of power. And when that anonymity is stripped away, they hide in the shadows and refuse to acknowledge their wrongdoings. The news of Hana Kimura's passing sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling world and beyond. The incident shed light on the devastating effects of cyberbullying and the toll it takes on a person's mental well-being. The wrestling community mourned the loss of Hana Kimura and sent their condolences to her family and friends, as well as fans and other wrestlers. Action was demanded to address the problem of cyberbullying and its negative effects. Her passing served as a strong reminder that real people with emotions and vulnerability exist behind online persona and the screen. In response to the incident, various organizations and individuals took steps to combat cyberbullying. Additionally, Hana mothers organized mental health organizations and support groups to underscore the importance of seeking help and providing resources for those affected by cyberbullying. The incident sparked the discussion about mental health awareness, encouraged individuals to reach out and support one another during difficult times. To this day, only 2 individuals has been arrested, and Hana's mother filed a lawsuit against the third person for causing emotional distress to her family. On the May 19, 2021, the Japanese court judge Momoko Ikehara ordered the third individual to pay 1.29 million yen, roughly about $12,000 US. It is frustrating that the crew responsible for staging the event that led to Hana Cancellation had a celebration party for the closure of Teresa's house. Do these people still possess their humanity? Have we regressed to a primitive state where killing our own kind is just another Monday morning? Or perhaps we have never truly moved on beyond our primal instinct? As for Kiryu Coco, after facing cyberbullying and controversy, the incident had a significant repercussion within the VTuber community and beyond. It brought to light the danger of online harassment and the negative impact it can have on individual well-being. The incident sparked widespread discussion and debates among fans, viewers, and the online community. Many expressed their support for Kiryu Coco, condemning the cyberbullying and the stand against the harassment she faced. Despite the community splitting apart, the support from the community showcased the strength within the VTuber fandom and the determination to protect their favorite talent. In the aftermath of cyberbullying, the West community rallied around Kiryu Coco and showing support for her. Fans and viewers flooded her with messages of encouragement, reminding her of positive impact she had on their lives. This outpouring of support helped Kiryu Coco navigate the difficult periods and rebuilding her confidence. But the damage had already been done. Once the dust had settled and the heat had died down, she concluded her career with a memorable graduation, or a retirement concert you could say. The total turnout was huge, and she retired from her VTuber company. To this day, although minor, there are still haters and bullies flooding the chats of her former colleagues, demonstrating that some people are unable to move on from such incident. Rest assured, Coco is currently doing very well in real life, so there is no need to be worried about. As for Akane, I am confident that everything will turn out fine. After all, it is a fictional story, even though it touches on very sensitive topics. But a fairy tale always concluded with a happy ending. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I will see you in the next video.